Good evening, and welcome to your Tuesday edition of the Hgp Sport. I am Stanford Howard. Thanks for joining us. Making the cast this evening, the 4th Independence Track and Field Athletics Championship was launched on Tuesday and is set for the Lenora Synthetic Track on May 18th and 19th. Jaden Samuels reports.
Guyana Overseas-based Sports Association and the Athletics Association of Guyana on Tuesday launched its 4th Independence Meet set for the West Side later this month. During a simple ceremony held at the Racket Center today, President of the overseas body David Thomas says athletics is just one aspect, but the overall educational enhancement of our youths lie the interest. This year, the event boasts a more robust program and will be one that includes all 10 administrative regions.
This year, for the classic that is going to be held, we're going to be having, we're going to be touching all 10 regions of the country. We're going to work on making sure that all Guyanese youth who have the potential to participate in sports, track and field would be there. So I would encourage the schools, the clubs, the organizations, the businesses who have athletes just to let them register and participate in this event.
Sponsorship for this event was sourced from overseas and locally, but Thomas has charged the local business community to pitch in.
We're hoping that we should have more sponsorship because we're talking about our youth. And if we cannot sponsor our youth, who do we expect will?
Also speaking at the launching today, President of the Athletics Association of Guyana, Aubrey Hudson, noted this means more for our local athletes.
Again, I must thank David and his team for the constant collaboration, the constant communication back and forth, so that whatever we envisage is needed for the development of the sport in Guyana, we have the same kind of relationship and the same ideas within their mandate of what they would like to see for the sport as well. So without further comments, I would just like to encourage the athletes to ensure that you register early and encourage the fans to come out and really support a great event.
The AAG today was also presented with computers by the overseas group to better execute its mandate. Jaden Samuels, Hgp Sport.
In football, Den Amstel FC crushes Victoria Kings and Fruta Conquerors annihilated Western Tigers at the weekend in the GFF Elite League. The details in this report.
The Elite League continued with its first of 2 double-headers at the weekend. In the first match at Providence, the first to take the field in the overcast conditions was Den Amstel and Victoria. And just like the weather conditions, Den Amstel clouded Victoria with a shower of goals. Andre Hector was the first to register one at the back of the Victoria net in the 9th minute, followed by number 10, Gideon Payne, in the 27th minute, and number 6, Chris Macy, in the 29th minute, who all had an easy pass to goal. Delon Lafferman netted the team's 4th goal just before halftime. Nevertheless, Victoria Kings didn't let that keep them down when they made a late surge before the close of the half with a goal. When the second half resumed, Victoria was the first to strike just 3 minutes when number 13, Ada Lawrence, sneaked one past Den Amstel's defense, thus being the only goal for Victoria in that half, as Den Amstel registered 4 more goals to finish the match on 8-2.
Goal is the far side,
The second match was a powerhouse clash between the top 2 teams, Western Tigers and Fruta Conquerors, who ended the day's proceedings by capturing the Tigers to a 3-0 defeat. In the second doubleheader on Sunday, Santos FC defeated Myrock FC 2-1, and Anns Grove escaped the Lawmen Police FC for a 1-0 win. For Hgp Sport, I am Stanford Howard.
As the Guinness Greatest of the Streets Linden edition continues, teams are doing their best to ensure they mark their spot and obtain bragging rights. Samuel Gillis has more on this story.
The Linden Greatness of the Streets competition, Game 1, saw Ains hitters walking away empty-handed in the matchup against Quiet Sturm's Mark Richards, who skillfully tailored one goal into the net in the 4th minute. Fans were warmed up by the time Amazing took the field, which showcased amazing foot movement with the ball. But star player of the night was David Fieldrock, who scored goals in the 8th, 10th, and 13th minute of the game, coveting 3 out of the 4 goals scored by his team, while NK Barlas captured a Guinness goal in the last 3 minutes, accounting for 2 goals. Game 3 saw Asasa Barlas doing just enough to mark their spot. In the knockout round, they recorded 1 goal as they faced off with Capital Storm, winning the game by that lucky 1 score by Darwin Luke in the 12th minute. David and Selena's all-star game against Wizrock came down to penalty kicks, since both leveled at 3 goals each, but David and Selena's endured the nerve and won 1-0. Other results saw Swag Entertainment tabling 4 versus Presidentials 0, while Silver Bullet got 3 versus High Rollers 0. Action in the competition resumes this Friday at Silver City Hardcourt. For Hgp Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
Now we switch our attention to cricket. Berbice defeat Essequibo, whereas Demerara and Select Under 17 drew in the second round of the hand-in-hand Under 19 3-day inter-county tournament. The details in this report.
Openers Alex Algoon's 52 and Junior Sinclair's 50 aggressively helped their team blaze to 131 for 2 declared of just 13.2 overs, setting Essequibo 270 for victory at Lozingnan, and with persistent inclement weather conditions in the second round in the battle between Berbice and Essequibo, handing the Berbice bowlers an easy time on a wet outfield. Nigel Deodat and Junior Sinclair were the most successive bowlers, grabbing 4 for 45 and 3 for 12, while Umar supported with 2 for 23. In the end, Essequibo crumbled for 123 all out of 45.4 overs. Junior Sinclair was awarded man of the match. Over GCC border ground play in that match was once again not possible, and as a result the match against Demerara and Select Under 17 ended in a draw. It meant that after the second round of matches in the hand-in-hand Under 19 3-day inter-county tournament, Berbice led the points table with 17 points, followed by Demerara with 16.3 points, Select Under 17 with 10.4 points, and then Essequibo with 0.2. The third and final round of the hand-in-hand Under 19 3-day inter-county tournament will continue on Wednesday, 8th of May, at the Georgetown Cricket Club ground, where defending champions Berbice will seek to retain their title by outplaying Demerara, while the Select Under 17 will battle Essequibo at Everest Cricket Club ground. For Hgp Sport, I am Stanford Howard.
Despite another 100 from Shy Hope, West Indies lost their second match of the Tri-Nations Series. Jaden Samuels reports.
After an emphatic win against Ireland in the first match of the Tri-Nations Series, the Caribbean side started out well but faltered in the end, reaching 261, which was well taken care of by Bangladesh in just 45 overs. Hope, who seemed to have found form, stroked a handsome 109 of 138 balls, while Sunil Ambris contributed a positive 51, the only 2 batsmen to really trouble the scores. West Indies was coping well against the Pacers, but the introduction of the spinners quickly erased what was looking to be an over 300 score to just 261. Mashraf Murtaza was the pick of the bowlers for Bangladesh, bagging 3 for 49, with Mohammad Saifuddin and Mustafikur Raham contributing well, taking 2 wickets each. Batting for Bangladesh on Tuesday, contributions from all round. Tamim Iqbal, he made 80, Somaya Sarkar 73, Shakib Al Hassan 61 and Mushfiqur Rahim 32 ensured they completed the task with 5 overs to spare. Bangladesh will play Ireland on Thursday. Jaden Samuels, Hgp Sport.
Hard-hitting and self-proclaimed universe boss Christopher Gayle and Shy Hope named vice-captains for the Windies ahead of World Cup. Samuel Gillis has more.
Cricket West Indies announced over the weekend that the 39-year-old Chris Gayle would serve as Jason Holder's deputy from May the 30th to July the 14th in the World Cup, while Shane Hope will be vice-captain for the ongoing Tri-Nation Series, which started on Sunday and finishes on May the 17th. Gayle is the most experienced player in the West Indies World Cup squad. He's also a former West Indies captain, having led the Caribbean side in 53 one-day internationals and 20 tests between 2007 and 2010. It is always an honor to represent the West Indies in any format, and this World Cup for me is special, Gayle said of his appointment as vice captain. As a senior player, it is his responsibility to support the captain and everyone else in the team. He displayed tremendous form in the recent ODI home series against England, where he plundered 424 runs to be adjudged the man of the series. Gayle, however, is not part of the squad of the Tri-Nation matches due to his commitment with Kings 11 Punjab in the ongoing Indian Premier League.
That concludes the sportscast for this evening, but do remember, winning isn't everything, but it beats anything that comes in second. Over to you, Handel. Goodbye.